So I'm so excited. Hello, my name is NCR. So I finished the first episode for season 2 of the SunShining podcast. But you're not going to be able to watch it for a few weeks though. But I finished it today. I'm so excited. I had to. So just behind the scenes, I had to re-record it. In the episode I say that too, but I'll say it here again because you're not going to get to watch the episode 1 for like I said, a few weeks. But okay. I had to re-record that episode multiple times. I had multiple problems on it. Because I shared an update last week. Was it? I shared an update about the SunShining podcast. But yeah, multiple times, and I can't remember what all I ended up finally saying in the final version of episode 1. But in the very first version of episode 1. I was gonna have it formatted where I had like a little intro, and then I had like an ad break, and then I had an interview with NCR, which is me, but then that's not how the final version of it is, and you're gonna have to wait till October 1st to find out what all I actually said in episode 1 of the SunShining podcast. But in the first version, like I said, I was gonna have an ad break, and so on YouTube I don't have ads, like I don't advertise for any company, but like on Anchor, because I use Anchor to distribute and make my podcast, and I don't want to advertise for Anchor here because they're not going to pay me here. But on Anchor, I advertise for them. I have a little ad that I record, so I don't stick it in here. I stick it in on the website, like the ad in, and they know that it's their ad and that they're paying me to. They pay every time it gets listened to a bunch of times, but I've never made any money from my podcast, and I'm not doing my podcast to make money. I'm doing my podcast to shine some light into people's lives, and so I hope my podcast, will shine some light into your lives. But I keep saying, I'm not a professional podcaster, and so I can't. So the reason I'm making this short video here is because in the original version then of episode 1, I had, like I said, a break for an ad. And then I just removed it from there. Even though, like on Anchor, so the audio for it, I still have an ad. But on YouTube, you guys don't have to hear me, advertise for Anchor. Except you're hearing me advertise right now for it. But I'm not advertising for them. Okay, but, if you are, what I'm doing now, let me get to the point. What I'm doing now is I want to invite you, if you have a story to tell, I want to invite you to be a guest on the SunShining podcast. And I can't remember if I ended up inviting you in episode 1 or not, because I can't remember what oh my goodness. Okay, that's the thing. I haven't had to re-record this. This is the first time I'm recording this, but I can't. I'm just repeating myself. And so hopefully it all makes sense to you. Like, probably half of what I'm saying won't make sense to you, but if anything makes sense to you, let this make sense to you, okay? And here I am. I'm inviting you again. Okay, I want to invite you. If you feel like you have a story to tell, if you feel, if you've gone through something difficult, or if you just, if you have something inspirational you want to say to someone going through a darker time, or if you just, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, okay? If you would love to be a guest on the SunShining plot. If you, I gotta start over. Okay, if you would like to be a guest on the SunShining podcast, I'd love to have you as a guest. I think I would. At least I think I would. Okay, I don't know who you are. But yeah, please contact me about that. I have many awesome guests lined up, but I'm always open to new guests. Like, yeah, if you would like to be a guest on the SunShining podcast, yeah, you're welcome to contact me. Visit the podcast website. There's a document I have on there. It's got general podcast information, questions, and at the bottom of that document, the Google Doc, there is contact information for me. But then also, you can contact me on any of my social media platforms. Contact me about being a guest on the SunShining podcast because, I definitely, I don't know. I should have maybe took more notes before I just came out here just to record this invitation. But yeah, you're invited, because if you have something you feel like, if you feel like you want to be a guest, I'm not forcing you, I'm not pressuring you to be a guest. If you want to be a guest, you can be a guest just by contacting me. and we'll chat and talk, and yeah. Also, so this is a side note. Most people watching this aren't even going to be interested in this. Because on YouTube, I don't have ads, like I'm not advertising for anybody, I could advertise for you. Okay? If you're a Christian ministry and you want me to advertise for you, I could advertise for you right here in this spot of my podcast. Okay. No, I don't, yeah, because I'm trying to work and create my podcast. It's really interesting and it's really unique creating it for both YouTube and Anchor, because on Anchor, like I said, I have the advertising spot, but then on YouTube I don't, and so then just trying to think about what I don't need to throw anything in that spot. Like I can just clip out of the YouTube spot, and so you guys get one smooth, and so maybe my listeners and my viewers on YouTube would prefer not to watch me advertise because I'm a terrible advertiser. Okay, I think I set it up today. Yeah, I could, you get me talking, I could keep on talking and talking. That's all. Okay, also, and I remember saying a lot of things, but then I can't remember what, yeah, it went into the final version now because, but I remember saying that, yeah, I'm an introvert. Normally I don't talk much. If you know me, I don't talk very much, but I don't know. There's something about just podcasting, and you just, yeah. If I'm on a podcast, I'm just talking so much. But this is not an episode of the SunShining podcast. This is just an invitation to be a guest on the SunShining podcast. So stay tuned for the SunShining podcast. The first episode is coming out October 1st, and new episodes will come out every Thursday after that.